So we're gonna do the upright row with a kettlebell. You wanna make sure you have a good stance this way, or you can do a staggered stance to help protect your core and keep nice and tall. You're gonna grab your kettlebell on the two sides, roll those shoulders back so you have really good posture, and then you're pulling up with the shoulder, not the traps. You wanna keep the traps down. The elbows are always above the hands, and coming up right above the chest is like a perfect position. But if you feel your traps coming up sooner than that, you can stop sooner, or that means you're just too heavy. So you're gonna bring it up and down, and don't just let it drop down. So pull up with the shoulders and down. And that's a great kettlebell row. If you use dumbbells, you can do the same thing, or a barbell. Okay, for the kettlebell swing, you can use a dumbbell, you can use a band where you do a band pull through, cable pull through. Kettlebell's the one that I like to use, but all of them work the same way. So the main thing that you're going to focus on is that hip hinge, where you're bending at the hips and not bending at the back. So we want to bend at the hips, keep a good arch in that back, nice and straight, and then you should feel a stretch between your glute and your hamstrings. So when you pick up your weight goes between your legs, and then you're going to thrust your glutes up to bring that weight up. So it has nothing to do with the arms. That's not what you're pulling up with. You're squeezing those glutes and coming up. And another big thing that you don't want to do is when you come up, you don't want to overextend and use that lower back. So it's just a back. Squeeze those glutes and hamstrings to stand up nice and straight. Okay, this is going to be your push press. Today I'm going to use dumbbells for this. You can use kettlebells. You can even use a band. The whole thing is to have the weights, your palms facing each other. And then you're going to do a slight squat to get some speed and momentum. And you're going to squat down, push it up. So you use those legs, push it up. Keep that stomach nice and tight. And as with all of our shoulder moves, make sure that you're actually pushing up with the shoulder and not the trap. If you tend to use the traps, slow down just a little bit to have more control, or go lower in weight so you can feel that you're only using the shoulders. So down, push it up. So this one is your kettlebell deadlift. You want something heavy enough that's challenging. The big thing is that when you have your kettlebell, you want it behind your heels. So a lot of people that do them, you see your heels in line with the weight, and that's not putting your glutes in the position that we need them to work the glutes the best in this move. So you want to start with it behind the heels. You're going to reach back, and you're always looking forward. We never look down. That starts to round the back. So when you come down, you're looking forward. Keep that stomach nice and tight. Grasp on, lock your lats. Squeeze those glutes and push those heels, stand up. Again, don't overextend, just like with the kettlebell swing. And then you're going to come back and right back down behind the heels. That's the most important part, is squeeze, stand up straight, and back down behind the heels, and never look down. Okay, so this one that we're going to be doing is called the goblet squat. You can use a dumbbell. I prefer a kettlebell, it's just easier to hold. And then even if you only have bands, you can hold your band up here and you can still do like a weighted squat. So using the equipment that you have, you're going to hold the weight up here at your chest, and then we're just going to squat down. You always want to make sure those knees go out and they don't buckle in. That's one of the big things. And you squat down, keeping that chest up, and push up through those legs. So what I see a lot is people go like this, and you're hinging at the hips, like you would a Romanian deadlift or something like that. But you need to actually bend down and make sure you keep that chest up. If you can't keep that chest up, I would suggest using a PDC pipe or a towel or something to hold behind your back to keep your shoulders back and keep your chest up and get the form down first. So you're just gonna bring it up. Like I said, your knees go out and push away from that floor. So push those feet into that floor and stand it up. Again, don't bow that back when you stand up. We're just standing up tall.